Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, I wanted to share my thoughts on my favorite foundations for more mature skin. Now, I mentioned mature skin and routines for mature people in a lot of my videos, but I wanted to do a dedicated video on my recommendations. So I wanted it to be a little bit catchy, top 5, top 10. So I was like, I'll pick 5. My favorite 5 foundations for more mature skin, and my favorite, I think I got 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 primers for mature skin. Now, mature skin can be for younger people, mature skin can be for older people. Like, use the term mature skin at your own discretion. I am over 40, so I consider myself to have mature skin. My skin has changed over the years. Things that used to work don't work anymore, and foundations and primers are no exception. Every now and then I have to change up my routine to get it to work for me, depending on my skin's needs, the weather, so on and so forth. So I want to start off with, let's start off with the foundations, and then I'll go through the primers. So before we get deep into this video, I want you to click the like button, hit subscribe if you are not subscribed to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. My upload schedule is all over the place, so I never know when I'm going to upload a video. You know, hopefully in a perfect world, I will have a regular upload schedule, but for now, it is what it is. So I'm back, and I hope you enjoy this video, and if you're interested, just continue to watch. So the first foundation I want to mention, and I tried to pick some higher, mid-range, and lower end or lower priced foundations so I can give everybody something to choose from. So for my first foundation, it is from the drugstore or beauty spa store. It is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. This is a natural radiant foundation. In my opinion, this foundation wears very well. Even though it says Born to Glow, it's not glowy, or should I say greasy. It gives your skin a nice natural radiance, and when you have mature skin, you need something to put that, you know, natural glow back in. I do use this with a mattifying primer just because I feel like I have to balance things out, and usually when I use a glowy or a radiant foundation, I use a mattifying primer because I have combo oily skin. So I'll mattify my T-zone or where I get oily, and then I'll use a smoothing primer on the rest of my face. I mix, and like I said, you have to do things that work for your skin because everybody's skin is different. It does not accentuate pores. Like I said, it is long wearing, and it is only $10. So this is a great foundation, especially for the price. I have mine in the shade Mocha. Mocha matches me very well. I did a video on this foundation some time back. When I first did the video, I had the wrong shade, and I showed how you can basically fix a mistake. So NYX Born to Glow, one of my faves. Another foundation, now this is not from the drugstore, but I think it's reasonably priced. This is in the $30 something range. It is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 445. It says it has an olive undertone, I think more neutral, but this foundation is beautiful. Like I said, for more mature skin, you want something that gives some hydration and is not just like sucking the life out of your skin. The mattifying look, the mattifying trend, it seems to be dying down. But like I said, when I use hydrating foundations, I do use a mattifying primer where I get oily and I do not want to be a disco ball. So Fenty Beauty Hydrating Pro Filter is my number 2. And these are in no particular order, so it's not like this is more of a favorite than the other one. I love all of these equally. So the next one is an OG, but this is NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. This is my, if you're going out and you want to look, you just want to look flawless and you want that second skin, this is the foundation I reach for. This foundation is so beautiful on the skin. Sheer Glow, I guess it's a decent name for the foundation. Does it describe the foundation? There's nothing sheer about this foundation. There is a slight glow to it. And from what I've been told, it's called Sheer Glow because it gives you a sheer amount of glow. So it gives you just enough glow to look regal. I would classify this foundation as a regal foundation. If you want to look very mature and I know what I'm doing and I'm not doing too much, but my skin is flawless, this is the foundation I reach for. Need some Crystal Light. Next foundation, this is another one I've been holding on to. I'm sure I could find it if I search the web hard enough. Eventually I'm going to have to, because I literally have just a little bit left. You can't really see, but this is the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation, and I believe it has been discontinued. I don't know why. I tried the, what's the other one, another Marc Jacobs foundation, but I guess it was the replacement for the Genius Gel Foundation. It does not, this is unmatched as far as Marc Jacobs foundations go. This is a beautiful foundation, and it gives skincare benefits that are geared towards more mature skin. Like I said, if you search the web, you can find this foundation from other retailers other than Sephora and Marc Jacobs. But if you could get your hands on this and you have more mature skin, you want something with skincare benefits, you want something that is going to be natural looking but still beat, Marc Jacobs Genius Gel. This baby right here, this is the last foundation I have. This is last but not least because I have other foundations that I love. But this right here is the foundation that if I want an everyday beat, I can count on this foundation. If I want, you know, a date night foundation, I can count on this foundation. When all else fails, I always go back to this foundation. The reason being, it's invisible to the naked eye, so it's going to give you that second skin look. Second reason being, the shade range is impeccable. If you cannot find your shade in any other foundation, this Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, you will be able, I promise you, you'll be able to find your shade in it. Also, a little goes a long way, and I've found little tips and tricks to make this a longer lasting on the skin foundation. This foundation in photos looks flawless. I mean, it's exactly what it says, Ultra HD foundation. I don't know why people don't talk about this foundation like that. This foundation is so slept on, but this is my go-to if I'm having a bad skin day, if I'm having a good skin day, if I'm going to work and I just want to slap something on, this always looks good. I always get compliments when I wear this foundation. I have purchased this foundation 5 times plus, and I will continue to purchase this foundation unless the reboot takes its place. But I don't know. Even when I like another foundation, I always wind up going back to this foundation because it's just that good. So for primers, all of my primers, none of my primers are really drugstore, but the cheapest primer that I have here for the 5 is the No Problem Primer. This is a smoothing primer. It doesn't feel super silicone-y, but it smooths out. I do not suffer with big pores, thank God, but I still enjoy pore filling primers because it makes your skin look so smooth, so flawless. If you have a breakout, you know, it kind of helps with smoothing out the texture, but no problem. And this is not an expensive primer. I got this from Ulta Beauty, and they always give 20% coupons, so you can get it even cheaper. I did not pay a lot for this primer. Can't remember what I paid, but I did not pay a lot for this primer. My next primer is, and this is way overpriced. Way overpriced. But I like it. I mean, I don't use it all the time just because I don't want to run through it. I think the packaging is real cheap. But the product inside, I really like this primer. This is the McGrath's Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. I like this primer a lot, but like I said, I don't use it often because I don't want to repurchase it anytime soon. This primer, like I said, is way overpriced. So I'm just telling you that I like the primer. Do I think you should run out and buy it? No. No problem. Is a cheaper alternative. It kind of has a very similar feel where it smooths out. It feels like skincare. It feels like, I like primers that feel like skincare. For my mattifying choice, and I usually mix and match my primers. 98% of the time, I mix and match my primers. For my mattifying, I always reach for my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and they have a range. They have hydrating, they have smoothing, they have mattifying, they have color correcting, they have an array of primers, and you choose the one or two that is geared towards your skin concerns. For me, I needed a mattifying primer in my collection, and I like Makeup Forever, so I chose Makeup Forever, and it never fails me. I put it in my T-zone. Next primer, it does exactly what it says. This is the Farsali Skin Tumbler. I like this mixed in with your foundation. So dot this on your face, then dot your foundation and bounce it in or brush it in, however you want to do it. If you use a brush, put a couple of drops on your brush, put a couple of drops of foundation, blend it in. It makes sure it helps the longevity of your foundation, and it also blurs imperfection. I really enjoy this Skin Tumbler. I'm interested in trying the liquid powder version of the Farsali skin bases. Haven't got my hands on it yet, but when I do, I will report back. Now, this is a mattifying primer that is more like skincare. So this I can powder, where you do the powder your primer to get your makeup to last longer, to keep your oils at bay. I can do that with this. With the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer, I cannot do the powder down because it sticks, it clings, it gives patches. But this goes on more like a moisturizer. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. This is great for summertime. If you do suffer with oily skin all over your face, this is great because it does not over mattify, but it keeps your oils at bay. But you still have a little bit of natural glowing through the primer, if that makes sense. It's not suck you dry mattifying. So I really enjoy this primer. Last but not least, because like I said, I didn't want to go overboard. I wanted to keep it at a minimum and just give a few recommendations. If you have a problem with your makeup staying on your face, like if you are just slip and slide, you put it on and 1 hour it's gone, give the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer a go. It's sticky and it grabs onto your foundation. What I like about this is not only does it grab onto your foundation, but it gives you hydration, and you need hydration so your skin is not overproducing oils because it is dehydrated. It's just a great primer all around. And my primers, most of my primers are minis because I like to have a wide array of primers, and I switch up so much. There's more I could go on. Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer is one of my favorites. But this primer, if you have a problem with your makeup staying in place, give the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer a go. If you have combo oily skin, give the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip a go. Use a mattifying in your T-zone. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. So that is it. That is it. I could go on and on and on about foundations that I like, foundations that I love. If I had to rate all the foundations I pulled out today and give you my absolute favorite, Makeup Forever Ultra HD. If I had to give you a favorite from the primers I showed you today, it's going to be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. Why? Because if I had to only choose one, I need something that's going to mattify my T-zone. And this is going to do it all. For most, or in my opinion. So, that's it for today's video. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope, I gave you some insight on different options for different skin types. And like I said, if you have more mature skin, you want to address those hydration needs. If you have super oily skin, you want to look deeper and see, why are you super oily? Why is your skin producing so much excess oil? You might need to amp up your nighttime skincare game. You might want to add more hydration to your skin because your skin is overcompensating for what it is missing. Pay attention to those details. As we get older, things change. We get a little drier. We get a little creasier. And the items that I mentioned today, if not one, two together, will address those needs in a nutshell. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Also, in the comment section down below, let me know what some of your favorite foundation and primers are for more mature skin, or just for your skin needs in general. Share with me your opinions. I love to chat in the comments. I've been MIA, but here's a video today. So yes, just put it down below. Thank you guys. Smooches. Bye.